Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dark Phoenix Gaming, and welcome to Path of Exile 1. This is my little showcase, just sort of messing around type thing that I've been doing a lot of lately, just because, and I've explained this before, but since I don't know who watches that video and who skipped it, I feel like I should explain again here and there. Those type of videos just take me less time to make than the Let's Plays. So given that, I've been doing more of them compared to Let's Plays lately. On that note, I did actually attempt to do a first look / first impressions of Path of Exile 2. But I'd recently had to reinstall OBS Studio, which is what I use for my primary recording program, and forgot that I didn't have my audio configuration set up properly, so both my primary and secondary track, which were supposed to be game audio and my microphone respectively, had just the two smushed together. And because I hadn't balanced the audio in-game, because I generally these days do that in my editing software, because of that, you could not hear me, pretty much. My voice was just being overpowered by the game volume. As such, I had to delete about 6 hours worth of these little one-shot videos in terms of footage. So there's quite a few of them that you're never going to see because of that, which is very unfortunate. And for the time being, I didn't want to create a brand new character in Path of Exile 2 for another one of those type of videos. Although the other ones that aren't Path of Exile 2, I'll almost certainly do again. Anyways. I did want to do a little bit of that with the original Path of Exile, because it's a game I've played on and off for a couple of years now. I have about 10 to 12 hours in it, so I haven't played a massive amount. But I've played enough that I'm not totally hopeless. And generally I can make things work. Although, you can probably guess I still don't understand the skill system particularly well. When I'm making a character in that system, I don't really plan it ahead. Let's go ahead and log in. I don't really plan it ahead at all. What I tend to do is I'll just sort of plan for the immediate next 2 or 3 passives on the tree, what will be the most useful to me personally, and then I just sort of go from there and rinse and repeat on that as I go. It's never worked out horribly for me, but it's also never been spectacular. Speaking of, we're going to be creating a new character. I have my witch there, that is the only other character I've got at the moment. I'm not going to play hardcore just because I'm really not good enough to play hardcore, but I will do settlers. And I'm also going to potentially screw myself a little bit because I'm going to go into this with both solo self-found and ruthless. This won't be a full playthrough, mind. It will not.
The keen of mind seek to satiate their curiosity. You were born to be swift and strong. What did you do with you? Swift and silent,
Ranger.
Do you think you are savage enough to
Marauder.
face the man? Swore sinew and soul to serve God and the Order of the Templar.
Let's see.
For years you built a life upon
Templar.
faith, only to smite it asunder. Do you think you are savage enough to face the land of the damned, Marauder?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a Marauder this time.
Superstitious lies. We offered you service.
It's a bit of a back and forth. I've done just as many melee characters as magic ones, to be perfectly honest, so no real reason. I just feel like doing this. Let's see. And yes, I will create a ruthless character. That figures. Give me a second. Let's see if this works. I have a random name generator open in a web browser I'm using. This might take a bit. Because being able to pick a name is always the hardest part for me. I doubt they'll ever watch it, but Grinding Gear Games, if you see this, then both for this game and PoE 2, I would really appreciate like a randomized name button, just so that we can press it and keep re-rolling names until you get something. Because if you're like me and just very bad at coming up with creative names, then the one you come up with is taken, that would be really good. Alternatively, maybe the option to put a space in your name so we can have first name space last name. So people can still have the name they want, they just have to pick a different last name. I don't know. Food for thought, maybe. That one worked, thankfully. Here we are. And we have a club. Oh god. I miss the ability to move with WASD like I had in Path of Exile 2 already.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking if there's...
Well, that went well.
The dead
And
should remember their place.
a strike. A skill gem. Yes, please. Right click for that. Oh yeah. And that is what me, Mr. Marauder, will be using the magic bar for. And And I'm going to ignore that and wait to be using my healthy Kelsey until I need to. Okay. There, now I'll use it. There we go. Come on. We are missing a lot. Must be having to roll to hit. Or something of that nature. There we go. Jeez. This is the annoying thing about enemies who can just run away like that. Then again, I do that a lot when playing as ranged characters. In this sort of aRPG, it's just do one attack, then run, do one attack, then run. So, should I really be talking about how that's annoying when I do it myself? Possibly not. But you know, it's not gonna stop me. Okay. Thankfully, I do have enough magic points that I can use Heavy Strike a good amount. That's always nice. There we go. Open the map up like this is always going to be a handy tool to have. I appreciate being able to see. Stuff like that, really? Okay. Few you motherfuckers. Now, how about you just die? Thanks. And we have already burnt through an entire potion flask. It's a good thing that... I've not... It's a good thing I didn't go with hardcore, really. Yeah. Travel to town. Don't mind if I do.
I live to see
Level up. And now, prepare for the moment where every player who doesn't stick with this game quits. The skill tree. Yeah. And I am going to be starting out with this one here, which it gives me maximum life, but it also gives me more melee damage, and in general, when I'm playing this sort of game, I much prefer do more damage to have more armor. And there is Bossy. McBoss face. I'm going to abuse the fuck out of my attack and run away, attack and run away. And the secondary mouse attack there. And now, use that one. Okay, he got a hit on me. Potion usage. spectacular. Oh, Hillock, you are such a bitch. We did it. And all he dropped was gold. Generally, if I was not playing on this super hardcore mode, he would have dropped a few more things for me to enjoy. But because of just how hardcore a mode I decided to play on, all we get is gold. Yeah, get used to that. Get used to seeing a lot fewer items than you normally would. That's how it's gonna be. Also, quest icons everywhere. Oh my. Seriously, this guy. How do people do that? Honestly, of all the bosses, it's him I've always had the most trouble with not dying against. That's why I frequently have to come back for a consistent reach run. Again and a fucking again. Yeah. I literally have to I'm literally taking advantage of the fact that this fellow doesn't really regenerate his health between my various attacks on him. And what's his face over here has something for us.
Got a job for you, if you're willing. There's a pool near the mudflats needs investigating. You'll smell it before you see it. Stinks like a carcass in high summer. That's not the worst of it. Dead birds walking. Animals don't rise up again the same as people do here. So if they aren't raising themselves, what's doing it for them? The answer's in that fetid pool. Clear the place out and kill whatever's raising those rowers. We've got enough living dead to contend with already.
Oh man,
Farewell.
I remember that nonsense. It's not going to be fun. Yeah, it doesn't manually unequip items in the offhand if we put something in our main hand that's two-handed. That's mildly irritating, but it's good to know for the future. And I'm going to unequip our 2 gems here. Molten Strike and Heavies. That's another annoying thing. We cannot use our 2 gems with the good abilities on this two-handy. But this two-handy also does a ton more damage. So for now, I think we're going to have to get by on pure damage numbers. Is what's going to do this for us. Until we can get some gems that we can put on this axe, or an axe that will let us put red gems on it again. Right now, we have the problem of I can do a ton of damage relatively to what I could before, but we have the unfortunate drawback with that of I miss a lot.
Is to live in Rayclast.
And there's another level up, so... passage is now open. Submerged passage. Oh, this will not be a fun one. I can tell you that for free. And if you don't know why, well, I won't spoil the surprise before we get to it. Continuing on with this, after I finally manage that. Yeah, necromancer. And we won. Very narrowly, I will grant you, but we did win. And let's go and talk to him.
Now that you've drained that passage, best I warn you about something. I was running down a wounded rower one night's eve, and I glimpsed something in that waterlogged cavern. Looked a bit like a sand spitter, only the size of a bloody ox. I reckon it's nesting down in those flooded depths somewhere. If you're going that way, then do us a favor. Spill the old shield crab's guts before it gets hungry and comes looking for us.
Well, I don't mind if I do. And steel skin, so a defensive buff seems useful to have.
Just the one, was it? Guess the bastard got a bit lonely, decided to make himself some pets. Well,
Sounds about right.
good to see you don't mind getting your hands good and filthy. Here, to mark a dirty job well done.
Later then, I need to sell some stuff first.
Had to skirt around
Don't have
Axiom prison.
enough inventory
That's the whole
space.
past of Brutus the Warden. Bloody treacherous trip it was. Worth it? There's forest inland. Game, berries, fruit. More food than we can scrounge here. But most here wouldn't survive the journey. It'd be a damn sight easier if we could pass through the prison. Tell you what, you carve a path up the coast. Find us a way past or through Brutus, and you'll have more than a few lives owing to you.
Well, as it happens, Brutus the Warden, or he is where I stopped playing the game last time because I couldn't manage to beat him.
Welcome.
Yeah. In any case, I think I'm gonna leave it here. We will be back, probably for more Path of Exile sometime. Though this isn't part of a series, I need to re-emphasize that. Just a separate one-shot within Path of Exile, because I enjoyed this quite a bit. So I will want to play more of it on the channel, I think. But don't expect a full Path of Exile Let's Play, not anytime soon. I'm not ruling it out in the future, but not an immediate thing. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this, and have any tips or suggestions on what you'd like to see next, then leave it down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.